DCR, the local music and the latest from the charts.
My name's Richard Oliver. I've been with PDSA since I got taken on in December. I worked away up head office and a few other places, getting trained up and stuff like that until January, and that's when I joined Dover. I've been here since January, like I said, and we was looking at opening up a few other stores in the area, but with the downturn in recession and stuff like that, we're looking at maybe. We're not stopping the idea. We're just going to wait. We're just going to wait until we maybe
an abeyance sort of idea.
Yeah, just postponed it until maybe a better time. You know, because it's pointless opening up and then falling back on our face.
And firstly, what do you do?
I'm the store manager here.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just saying, what does the charity do?
The charity itself, PDSA, is People's Dispensary for Sick Animals. It was started in 1917 by a woman called Maria Dickens. She was a pioneer in women's rights as well as, you know, the well-being of people as well as animals. She's a very long-standing woman, very respected. I mean, like, for instance, our patron saint is the Princess Alexandra, the Queen's cousin, you know. It's very influenced company. To put this in comparison, people always confuse us with the RSPCA. The RSPCA have maybe around about 40 to 50 hospitals, roughly, in the country. We have 147. You know, we're 3 times fold what the RSPCA is, but we're not as advertising because of the fact we're government funding and help influences within the House of Lords doesn't come our way. We have to, everything that we generate income-wise comes from us, the shops, the retail department, and we fund the hospitals and the surgeries, and there's like little mini surgeries that are like little mini hospitals in the in areas to help basically just underprivileged people who can't afford to pay vet bills. You know, we look after their animals. To be eligible, you need to be on housing, but everyone's entitled to apply. I think there's a lot of awareness around the children's side of it at the moment, because where kids are getting pets for Christmas and stuff like that, I think our charity wants them to understand what it involves to look after a dog. It's not just to play with. You need to walk the dog, feed the dog, you know.
You'd need literature for that, wouldn't you?
Of course,
and
learning. Yes, and that's what they've done. On the web, there's a special little website part for the kids. I'm not too averse with what they call it, but a link, I think it is, and it goes to an awareness, like you said, for the children, to teach them how to look after their pets and stuff like that, and also do things like insurance for pet animals and lots of little games and that, just to help them understand how to keep their animals. And
how would you find that? You just Google PDSA, would you?
PDSA.org.uk. It has a lot more information on there than that, but that is one of the main aims, I think, is to let people know at a young age how important it is to look after these animals. I mean, it hurts, you know, when you see animals being sort of like mistreated when it's got no fault of the owner. It's just because the owner doesn't understand how to look after their pet. You know, I mean, take it to extremes. You know, if you took a wild, you know, snake from the Amazon and brought it to a tiny little flat in Peckham, you're not going to be able to give that pet what it needs. You know, and it's the same with dogs. It's the same with cats. It's the same with any animal, any person. We all have needs, and if you don't supply or give them needs, then, you know, it's an abuse, you know. And I think Maria Dickens, in the day, you know, she won awards in the World War 1, 2, things like that, because of her. People were abandoning their animals back in them days. You know, what she was seeing is something that we'd never see, because people were worried for their lives. They didn't care about the cat and dog. We worried about the babies, moving my babies to the Kent, and everyone was worried. The Germans were dropping bombs, and I think she was seeing the little cats and the little dogs that were just getting left behind and helping.
You can imagine that in the
of course you can. Yeah, she's a very wonderful person. Get onto it, www.pdsa.org.uk, and check her out. Maria Dickens. She was a force to be reckoned with, as far as I can see, and I would love to have met her and understood her more. But at the moment, all I have is her legacy, and that's what my aim is to do what I can to uphold what she started and do the best I can to achieve it, you know.
What if, say, somebody bought in an urban fox?
An urban fox?
Would you release it back into...
I can't physically do anything to do with that. I'm a retail store manager.
I'm just saying, if they did...
If you have any sick or abandoned animals, the people to contact are RSPCA. They deal with that. We look after people to help them look after their animals.
Oh, I see. Yes.
So if they go to the vet and the vet says your dog needs to be whatever, some
they
sort
can
of
come to you
operation.
and find out what it's all about.
If they can come to us, they can find out if they're eligible for help. We could even take the dog to one of our hospitals and that sort of thing.
How would you find out where the nearest?
I have found out the nearest PDSA clinic, hospital, is in Gillingham, but I found out the vet just round the corner, Burnham House Veterinary, somebody surgery. He actually deals with PDSA too, so you can go to him and probably get a form and register your animal. I think you're allowed to register 2 animals. I'm not 100% sure because I'm not on the vet side.
Do you do exotic animals as well?
I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm the retail. On the shop, basically. It's a different department, but it's for the same cause.
Oh, could we have the shop's address, please?
7 Biggins Walk, I think.
And that's near the Albert, isn't it?
The Albert?
The Albert Public House.
Not sure.
Just down it's about 40 yards. I'm just saying.
Is that the one on the corner? Is that
that's right, yes.
Yeah, I didn't know what it's called.
That's a beacon which should lead you here. That was all.
Oh, is it? do you like your pubs then? There you go, buddy.
Do you have many visitors?
Yes, we have around about 70 to 100 customers a day.
Oh, wow.
That's what goes through the till. Obviously you have people that are just shopping, there might be a few more, but not.
So you don't mind if people just come into window shop then?
Of course not, I can't. No, that's what people do, you've got to shop,
if you can't see something you want at the minute, you can always come again. Sorry, did you need Richard? Sorry.
Sarah does, always, yeah. She's doing... From which one?
Saturday's one.
So I'll just...
The 192.
Yes, so I was just wondering how you obtain stuff. Is it mainly from donations?
Yeah, there's lots of different ways of sourcing stuff. Obviously, the one and common known one is obviously donations. On a Monday and Thursday I have a delivery driver. We get in little bags, these are all these little bags, little boxes in little pink sacks. And it's got little markings on there, so you can say we're picking it up on Thursday or whatever. And what he does is he drops it on a Monday, picks it up on a Thursday, drops them on a Thursday and picks them on a Monday. So he's got a cycle of pickups.
Have you got a number for that? Sorry, Richard.
A number? What do you mean?
A phone number?
It's my store number. What do you mean?
Same as, I just wondered what the store number was. It's
241442. You found it this morning.
Oh, thank you. Right. I'm just saying, just for our listeners, that was.
Oh, sorry. 241112. 01304 is the Dover number. Sorry, mate. I thought he was talking to you.
No problem.
The bags are obviously distributed in different areas. I mean, we don't know where's a good area and where's a bad area. I sort of like just randomly sort of choose. Basically, what I've said to Steve is if we try to the left of the shop down to Folkestone to Hythe that way on one day, and then on the other day when he does it to go right.
It's very nice to have a driver because not everybody has a motor car, do they?
No, but and so we only have him 2 days a week.
That's positive input, isn't it?
Definitely,
PMA, positive mental attitude.
And what he does is, we get a phone. I had a phone call just now actually, and it's where somebody can't make it down to the shop with a donation, and we go up there and just pick it up off of her. And what he will do with that is use that as an area where he'll probably do a drop then. So because he's got to pick up there, he'll do
so what sort of donations would you like?
We get all sorts.
Anything saleable?
That's the main thing. As long as it's in good quality. A lot of people won't go into a charity shop and buy anything tatty. They want it nice and clean. That's the main thing really. Anything I can sell, and if I can't, I do source it. I find it very disappointing to fill up the bin. I don't see why I should put anything in the bin because we should be able to recycle and use everything.
Exactly.
And that's what we've got it down to. I usually check the bin every day, and I'm quite happy just to see little bits of tatty cardboard and that, and nothing of a saleable value. I look down the road and see the other skips and what they've got in theirs, and it hurts because somebody would buy these little bits.
I think that's very very good of you to think.
Frames, and there's a picture I've seen just now. If you go and look down the road, I'm not going to say no certain names because that'd be slander.
They binned it, have they?
Yeah. I mean, the picture looked tatty. Take the picture out, and that's a perfectly good frame.
I know.
And that's what hurts.
And in these times as well, you've
got to, especially in the department and the world that we are.
So, in other words, Richard, you're commanding a sort of exegesis, a modern exegesis.
We're trying to. We've got a company called, I think it's Pre-Cycle. Basically, everything that we recycle, as long as we put it into cardboard, plastic, metal, wood, they'll look after it, and they're a really great company. Most of our books will go to a third world pair of eyes rather than mushed up into new paper, And that's.
Are you very conscious of the third world
motif? Definitely, without a doubt. I wouldn't want some of these books just because
some schools they just don't have the books, do they?
Exactly. Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, I went to a posh school, but they didn't have too many books. They didn't. Just saying.
It's all on the internet now, isn't it? It's
Our
all
English
electronic.
library had about 100 books.
Really?
And that was it.
Just the ones for the exams, I take it then, wouldn't it?
Well,
It'd be the ones that you're studying for
those weren't
A-levels.
the exams. Those were the ones. That was the special English library.
Right.
That was for if you wanted like
Turner and all that.
scholarship level. That was.
Yeah, we get people in here, you know, students that have certain books that they need to read, like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein and stuff like that. It's quite a popular one. All sorts really. With regards to what we sell, you were saying earlier, we sell everything. You know, we've got men's clothes, women's clothes, bric and brac. We've got new goods in the store. A third of our shop is new goods. It's not of a charity shop. It's bought in, bought out sort of thing. I found out a lot about that as well. We have pieces in there that is made from scrap metal, made by people less fortunate and are trying to get on with their lives and stuff. And it's a really special piece of art when you look at it like that and find out this history. We do a lot. We do a lot of what we can. I think it's very hard to sort of say we do a lot because a lot of the time I'm quite disappointed in myself where I could do more. I just haven't got the hands, mate. I haven't got the staff. I haven't got the volunteers. I haven't got the help.
So you need volunteers, in other words.
In marketing, like what you're doing now, is more beneficial to us than anything else. You know, to let people know what PDSA is and all about, and how we're helping the community.
You should really start a little group, shouldn't you?
We're trying, but with regards to that, I need the support, and I can't do it all myself, and I can't be sitting down making appointments and meetings and agendas for things that I haven't got the time to do. I've got my reports to do. I'm way be up today.
Can any old dog donate a few pence? Is that everybody donated
that's
a few?
Given, you know that.
If everybody donated a little, then that would add up, wouldn't it?
Of course it does. Every penny makes pounds.
Exactly,
Every pound.
exactly.
Yeah, you're right with that. And I look at that within the hours because the volunteers' time is so precious to me.
Yes,
I use the time as that
right.
same thesis as you had before, as in every penny makes a pound, every second makes a minute, every minute makes an hour with my guys, you know, and they say to me, I can only do 2 hours tomorrow. It's 2 hours of your time that I couldn't give, you know, it's your time. So it's all precious to me.
Have you found Gary very helpful?
He's a brilliant guy. In the last 3-4 weeks he has saved me some, I've been alone in this store and he's come in and he's given me like a little break so I can go for a tea and finish off some paperwork because I'm tired. I don't mind being on the shop floor. I love to serve, but I have other duties, you know, and it helps when the volunteers see that I'm up against it and help out, and Gary's one of them, you know.
That's very positive reasoning.
He's a good lad, yeah, I like him a lot. When I first got here I didn't understand too much about him, but I'm starting to learn a lot, and you know, hopefully I'll learn more, you know.
Because we're people as well as animal centric, aren't we?
We are, apparently. Someone did tell me we are monkeys or something once, you know.
Wasn't it St. Paul that said faith, hope and charity, and the greatest of these is charity?
Yeah, of course.
And that was speaking 2,000 years ago.
The reason why I'm here is my granddad told me, you know, you give one thing to charity. In karma's point of view, 10 things will come back. And I used to laugh and think.
It's true, isn't it?
I noticed in my
I laughed at karma when I found it.
I laughed at it myself, but I have noticed in life it is true. So the last job, the previous 2 jobs I had, I weren't happy with. It was very cutthroat retail, cut. But I wanted to sort of step into something that I could go home and feel proud.
Feel good about it.
Yeah, the reason why my back's hurting, the reason why my legs are, the reason why I've got calluses.
So you've been working hard?
Is for a good cause, yeah.
That's right.
As long as it is, and it's for my children too. You know, obviously I've got family and stuff like that, but I still want to be happy with my day, and I think I have found my niche. I feel it's very important for men like me.
So we really have a modern saint helping sick animals.
Oh no, not
like
at all. Not me, mate. No.
Well, I'm just saying.
I'm just one of many cogs
in that mould.
Hopefully, and that's what. Yeah, of course, you want people to remember you for good. Yeah, so definitely I'd like to be remembered for good, and that's what a saint is. But I wouldn't say by any means I'm anywhere near or anywhere near a saint. But yeah, I do care and I do a lot, and I suppose everyone else does too. I've seen a dustbin man that, you know, he's asked me I can clean that for you, and he isn't. He's not supposed to be cleaning, but he's willing to get a broom and wash it all out and stuff because he knows I'm 100 miles an hour. He knows there's loads on my plate, and it's all falling off little bit by little bit. So anything anyone else can do to help catch those bits and make it all a nice, if that makes sense.
So basically, it's happy shoppers with a lovely,
shop, you know,
lovely theme.
I'd like to know what they want. So if there's any, if there's anything in the shop that is not there that needs to be there, I'd like for them to tell me. I do like criticism because it's all constructive to me, especially when it comes from custom.
But you know, my favourite saint is Saint Francis, or at least one of them.
Really?
He was like
I had a good joke the other day. St George is for England, something else, someone for Wales, and then he goes St Pancras for Scotland because he was a train enthusiast.
Yeah, right.
He was a lovely old man. He come in on Saturday, come down from Gravesend. He was chatting about locomotives and the Flying Scotsman.
What's life if you can't have a little joke then?
Oh, definitely, yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, right. Well, it's been really lovely interviewing you, and you've come up with all sorts of lovely, positive ideas.
I always do. My brain's a little it's like shaking a can of Coke and waiting for all the fizzles to stop.
So the main thing is to be sensitive to the ideas behind the shop as well.
Well, like you said, you wanted to know more, I think, today about what PDSA was.
That's
and what
right.
it's about, and that is it.
And you said it's the lady that founded you?
Maria Dickens.
Maria Dickens,
yeah,
right.
She founded the company, or her. What she done is she started in 1917. Yes. She started on a horse and cart. One of them old fashioned types of medicine things.
That's
and they used to go around and treat animals. She also had. She was working out of her basement in Whitechapel. I think it was her husband's house.
So there's very much a sense of history.
Very much, a very British history. Really look into it. It's very important to us that we keep hold of this, and protect it.
Have you got a little book?
Of course I have. I've got many leaflets downstairs and stuff like that. And like I said, PDSA.org.
All right. Well, I'll encourage our listeners to.
I'll write it down for you so you can have a look too.
Come in on that key.
You might be able to find it.
Keep in touch with DCR. Email the studio now on studio@dovercommunityradio.co.uk. Don't forget you can find us on Facebook by searching Dover Community Radio or on Twitter at twitter.com/DoverCR. Keep in touch with the channel you want to listen to.